Club A and Edek Ministers welcome you to this broadcast of OHSAA Girls Basketball Tournament on NKTelco Sports. We're at the Hive, Sidney High School, where the Houston Wildcats take on the Loramie Redskins. Today's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sidney All Glaze Audiology Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, in the Center for Orthopedics at Wilson Health, and NKTelco, our fine sponsors here. Along with Brandon Coverman, I'm Dave Kanapke. Once again from the Hive at Sidney High School, a Shelby County League matchup between the Houston and Fort Loramie. Looking at both these teams, Brandon, Houston 10-13, a very solid season, led by the Meyer girls.
Yeah, they're led by Katie and Megan Meyer. They've really been kind of throughout the past couple years. Houston's been floating around this 500 mark. They're around that 500 mark again. They scored a nice win against Mississippi. They trailed by as much as 13 in the third quarter, came back and won. Missed their first 23 pointers of that game and won. A great win for Coach Adam Schweikert and his squad. They got a tough test today for the Redskins.
Tough is an understatement. The powerhouse Redskins have just been dominant the last 3 years. Have won 88 of the last of 90 games in the last 3 years. Beat Rant went on for this year. They had a little bit of a hiccup their last regular season game against Liberty Benton, where they only lost, but once again ranked number 1, 23-1.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, I actually think the loss might have been a decent thing for Coach Siegel's squad to suffer, because it could get them to refocus for tournament. You know, sometimes you get complacent. If you win and you win and you win, you just assume that you're going to go out and beat everyone. It shows that you're human. Liberty Benton's a great team. I think they're ranked number 3 in Division III. So it gave Loramie a tough test. Coach Siegel has put together a really strong non-conference schedule to get her ready for the tournament run. And they've got to, you know, keep winning. They won 90-11 last Saturday, 76-4. Don't think it's going to be any game like that here today, but it'll be a little stiffer test in the Houston Wildcats.
Do our Sidney All Glaze Audiology starting lineup. First starting with the Houston Wildcats. Number 3, Riley Boizar, senior, 5.5 on the game. Sophomore, number 4, Katie Meyer, 8.7 contest. Followed by her sister, senior Megan Meyer, 8.2 a game. And then Taylor Maxwell, junior, 6 points a game. And then number 23, Emma Kemp, 7 points a game for the junior Emma Kemp. Head coach Adam Schweikert for the Houston Wildcats, 10-13 on the season. Now for the Fort Loramie Redskins, the direction of Carla Siegel.
And now let's meet the starting lineup for the home team, the Lady Redskins of Fort Loramie High School.
Coming up on 500 wins before too long.
A senior forward, number 10,
Colleen Brandley, 11 points a game for the first team all league.
Junior guard, number 11, Ava Turner.
Ava Turner, junior, 7 points a game. Senior second team all league. Riley Heitkamp, 7 points a game. Player of the year in the Shelby County League, number 21, Ava Schultes.
And the senior forward, number 20,
Kara Meyer, number 23, senior. So Brandley, Turner, Heitkamp, Schultes, and Meyer for Coach Carla Siegel. Now we got a chance to just look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Brandon, let's start with the Houston Wildcats.
First for the Houston Wildcats, they need to handle the press. Loramie's going to mix up pressure. They always mix up and throw in a couple of different defenses. They need to be able to shoot better from the outside. Like I said, they missed the first 23 point attempts against Mississippi. And they need to be able to rebound, too, not give Loramie those second chance opportunities.
And now for the number 1 seeded Fort Loramie Redskins.
They want to control Megan Meyer, control that dribble penetration. She does a really nice job with that. And they want to be able to rebound, and they need to be in control of this game. They want to take control early. They're the heavy favorite here. They need to take control early and not give Houston really any hope. Try to put this game away early.
Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Shot up there by Turner, off the mark. The Houston basketball to the senior Megan Meyer, Shelby County League second team representative, as that will go. That was saved. Turn over the other way. Redskins on the attack. Schultes went in and out on the shot. Meyer comes up with it, and we will have a foul.
Schultes diving in from the backside. You always, watch Schultes. She's League Player of the Year. She has that brace on her left knee, and she come back from that ACL tear, was the League Player of the Year in volleyball. It's just done a really nice job, and she's been a great story last year, and she's done a great job this year.
All-League Player of the Year in volleyball and in basketball.
Yeah.
Another rare accomplishment to be able to achieve both, especially after the ACL injury. But she came back at a key point of the season to spark Fort Loramie towards their state championship. Wildcats on the attack. Meyer has to give it up to Meyer. Katie will drive. Rebounded there by Schultes. Pass ahead to Turner. Schultes with the drive. Tough shot. Rebounded there by Maxwell.
Maxwell had 18 points in that ball game. Hit the game-winning shot with 12 seconds to go against Mississinawa there the other night.
41-39, a big win for Houston. Voisart with the basketball, trying to get away from the double team. Meyer down to Kemp, and that's stolen away there by Turner. Pushed ahead a little bit too high on the pass. We're 2 minutes through this game almost, and no score.
And Coach Siegel, I think, emphasizing you're leveling up in your competition with Houston. They dominated the first games against Ansonia, against Triad, like many expected. Now you're facing a more talented team in Houston. Don't come out and don't play sloppy. I think that's a big thing that she's going to emphasize here early on for her Redskins.
Will go out of bounds. Third time these teams have played, back in December 21st at Houston. The Redskins won 79-41, and then over at Fort Loramie on February 10th, much closer, it was 54-29, 25 points. Fort Loramie, of course, the heavy favorite here is the entry pass there to Avery Brandaway. She's fouled on her way to the basket.
We talk about this Loramie team. They're led by a bunch of seniors, but they also got a couple of freshmen that they're going to play in here, Avery Brandaway and Victoria Mesher, who are going to give some youth to this very veteran roster. A lot of players last year that played on this team. We've got 3 of them on the floor right now: Colleen Brandaway, Ava Schultes, and Riley Heitkamp.
Brandaway makes the first point of this afternoon. Winner of this game to play Bradford, who knocked off Covington earlier this afternoon. As Brandaway hits both of them, that is tipped away. Colleen Brandaway on the layup.
She's been the spark plug this team. I think she's really the de facto leader. I love the way Colleen Brandaway plays.
First team All-League player as well for the Redskins. Katie Meyer in a little bit of trouble, and that's knocked out of bounds. This press and the way the Redskins run their pressure defense is tough to play against.
And the big thing is you have to play good on the defensive end to respond so that they can't set up that press. They usually don't press off misses. It's easier said than done there for Houston.
And for the Redskins, number 22, sophomore Skylar Albers. Coach Siegel. Coach Siegel with 489 wins in her career in her 23rd year. Meyer's shot hits the front of the iron, able to get the rebound. They work her around to Kemp. Rebounded there by Avery Brandaway. Her sister Colleen shot up, and a nice soft touch. Brandaway, timeout Houston. Be a 30-second timeout. All timeouts this season brought to you by Precision Strip. Remind you today's game is brought to you by these sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sidney All-Glaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, the Center for Orthopedics at Wilson Health, and NKTelco. Reminder to follow WCSM AM 1350, 96.7 FM, and internet exclusive games on WCSMradio.com all season. Your sports leader in Mercer and All-Glaze County, WCSM Radio. Just under 5 minutes to go, first quarter on our First National Bank scoreboard. Redskins up by 6.
And really start getting that press set up. That's when Loramie's going to be at their best. I think Houston's played well defensively so far, but you got to be able to get off some clean shots. We've only been able to get off 3 shots and haven't been 3 very clean shots so far.
Meyer able to get it to Voisart, back to Megan Meyer. Tries to drive through some trouble. Voisart pull up 15-footer. Rebound for Loramie. They will push the tempo whenever possible. Highcamp gives it over to Albers, who sets up for the three. Kemp with the rebound. Pass all the way ahead to Maxwell for the basket.
Taylor Maxwell has played really nice for Houston. Had 18 points in that contest. The other night was our player of the game, and gets the first bucket of the night for Houston.
Just a junior, Maxwell. And there's a three this time by Albers.
And that's one thing Loramie has done. I think that they do better than they did last year, is shoot the three-pointer better. They're thinking, how can you be better last year than, you were so good last year. They are better at the three-point shooting this year.
36% on their three-pointers. Follow up on that one as Highcamp comes away with the steal. Albers will pass it up. They pass it back to her. That's a long two. That is short. Rebound there by Schultes. And there's a nice steal by Boisard.
Turnover for the Redskins.
Meyer trying to find an opening. That was a lot of bounce. They'll stay with Houston. We have a lot of substitutions. Turner and also number 23, Kara Meyer in the game. Number 10, Taylor Burkmeyer into the game for Houston. As they reset on the out of bounds here. Going into the game, number 24, Kayla Winter, and there's a steal. Pass ahead too far to Albers. So timing a little bit off there for the Redskins as they turn it over.
Again, Coach Shiegel's going to be really, tough on her team, even though they're heavy favorites. And they're up 68-4 the other night against Tried. She's still getting on her girls. She wants perfection from them.
They're at a very high standard that few programs ever achieve, even approach. Trying to maintain that standard, and they definitely have done that so far this year. A lot of work to be done down the tournament trail. Meyer gives it up. Nice pass, and in by Winter.
So track the defense to Meyer. You slip it to Kayla Winter right there, only averaging 3 points a contest.
Drive to the basket by Brandewie. Rebound is Boisard. Houston back on the attack. Houston 10 and 13 overall, 4 and 8 in the Shelby County Athletic League. Nice pass. Again, this time to Kemp.
That's created by Meyer's penetration, which was the key to the game.
She averages 4.5 assists per game for the second team all-county player. Brandewie will try it again. Too strong. Went through a few players there, and Jaden Rose, who just checked in, is fouled. Comes up a little gingerly, but looks like she's okay.
Foul's going to go against Kemp, her second, so something to monitor for the Wildcats.
Sophomore Jaden Rose gets the friendly roll. Scores a couple of points coming off the bench. In the game, Taylor Maxwell, as well as number 41, Allison Schmidtmeyer. For Fort Loramie, as well as Schultes returns. Second one too strong. Rebound by Winter. Megan Meyer averages 8 points a game. Set up over Boisard.
Loramie going to trap a little more in the half court. You got to feel like with it being a 4-point lead.
Rebounded there by Schmidtmeyer. Camp again. Colleen Brandewie, as Coach Siegel always develops a very strong and long bench that they can keep the up-tempo and the pressure.
It's what you have to do with that pressure. You're going to be subbing girls in and out to be able to stay fresh.
Houston has switched to a 3-2 zone here. See how the Redskins attack it. They go into the corner by Turner. Knocks down the three. Ava Turner.
And I'm going to have to I'm kind of surprised that Houston has switched to that zone. They played fine man-to-man. Why switch to that zone? David Turner shoots that shot really good from the corner. Kind of surprised that Coach Swigert switched to that zone. They played the man defense well so far early on.
Especially the zone, those threes work well. You said about their three-point shooting. 36% on their threes. They've had 105 threes going into it, so they average about 4.5 threes a game. So it's been a big part of their offense as Turner completes the rare 4-point play.
Meyer, like a really just a lightning bolt down the floor. She's so good in the open floor.
High energy for the senior.
Meyer on the line for Houston, shooting 2.
She will shoot 2 foul shots here. First one a little bit too strong. Houston ended their last matchup with Fort Loramie, their last regular season game before the 2 wins in tournament over Riverside 55-21 and Sinnowall Valley 41-35. Loramie back on the attack. And there's a steal by Meyer. And that's swatted away, but it'll stay with Houston. Pass came to Meyer, and she's like, it was right at her. She's like, what was that? And it's like, I think she was surprised that she got the ball, and Megan Meyer will inbound it. Maxwell to Katie Meyer. Fort Loramie trying to trap, and Meyer, the smart senior, knocks it off the knee. Stay with the Wildcats.
And again, they've only taken 1 3-pointer. They attempted about 25 of them against Mrs. Sinnowall.
That's the winner. Ball bounces around a few times. Meyer, stick back there by Maxwell.
And Taylor Maxwell, she's always right place, right time. 4 points for the junior.
Drive to the basket. Nice pass, but a nice steal there by Maxwell.
She's there again.
Meyer in some trouble. Tried to get it to her sister, but passed it out of bounds. Allison Schmidtmeyer returns for the Redskins, and for the Wildcats, number 3, Riley Boisart. One of 2 seniors on this Houston squad.
Going into that bench a little deeper, you see Schmidtmeyer about that second quarter is where she comes in. She's coming a little earlier than that in the first quarter here on for Carla Siegel.
Fort Loramie Redskins have been in know about their state success. They have been in the regional finals 11 of the last 12 years.
Wow.
The only year they weren't in the regional finals was 2017.
And guess what? They're still playing in the district semifinals here, so it's not like they didn't win a couple tournament games.
Yeah, I think they lost to Jackson Center in the regional semis there, but there is a pass to Scholas for the basket.
That's her spot right to that right block is always her sweet spot.
Meyer trying to pass it ahead. Turner got her hands on it. They'll say it also went off winner, so it'll be Loramie ball.
I thought that went off of Brandaway or whoever that was down there. I was kind of surprised it actually went Laramie's way. Good break there for the Redskins.
All right, High Camp, the senior point guard will handle the ball majority of the time. Coach Siegel. Brandaway with the tray. Meyer with the rebound. Have a couple seconds on it. See if Maxwell can get it up on time, and not quite. We played 1 quarter basketball here at the High. For Loramie 16, Houston 9. We'll be back with second quarter when we return here on NKTelco Sports.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists. electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
One quarter in the books. You're at the Hive in this tournament between Houston and Fort Loramie, and Fort Loramie with 7-point lead.
Yeah, and the Redskins have 5 turnovers that quarter. They get off 12 shots, and Ava Turner with 4 points, Colleen Brandaway with 4 points, 2 for Ava Shoulders, 3 for Skylar Alberts, and 2 for Avery Brandaway, a 16-9 lead. A pretty solid start for the Redskins.
Solid first quarter for the Wildcats. They drive and kicks out. They definitely had some nice job of hitting some shots and also some penetration and dishes for their 9 points.
Yeah, and you're trying to see, too, Loramie hasn't really been able to set up that press much, as much as they usually do. They haven't pressured the ball as much. If they can really start hitting some more hit some more shots in the offensive end, they can really get that press. And of course, more turnovers like that.
Shoulders with the steal. Brandaway passing underneath the Schmidtmeyer. She loses the handle. Houston ball.
Got away with a probable foul call. Schmidtmeyer didn't fall down on her own.
Meyer will be fouled. Third foul against Fort Loramie. Foul on Turner first. As we have Brandaway and also Meyer back in the game. We have a couple substitutions as well for the Wildcats. Shot up there by Meyer. Nice steal there by Boisard. Stolen back by the Redskins.
Nice recovery there from Loramie on the defensive end. They have 7 turnovers so far. Got to cut down on those.
Brandaway open at the free throw line. She knocks it down.
She's so smooth. Love watching her play.
Brandaway was 6 as that pass goes a little bit too high. Brandaway chases it down. Pass ahead to Meyer. I think she thought a teammate was right next to her, and it goes out of bounds. Skylar Albers will check in.
They've struggled in that kind of transition, really pushing the ball up the floor, making those long passes.
They were rolling along, and then late in the season, Knoxville gave them a good game, lost by 5. Marion gave them a good game, lost by 6. And then after beating Fairlawn pretty easy, they had that loss to Liberty Benton. So the Redskins, they get another turnover there. Maybe struggled a little bit down there, or maybe they just showed they were human down the stretch against Marion, New Knoxville, and Liberty Benton are all very quality opponents.
And again, that's not the season that they're preparing for. It's that regular season. It's that second season is what they're really preparing for. And she wants her girls to be refocused. You only lose 2 games in 3 seasons. It's easy to get, I don't want to say really full of yourself, but thinking that you can't lose. And that's sometimes those losses can humble you. And sometimes it might be good for tournament time. They'd rather be holding a gold trophy than saying, hey, we just couldn't get it done in tournament time. They want to hold that gold trophy again in Columbus this year.
And all the success Fort Loramie's had through the seasons, they only had 1 undefeated regular season, and that was 2 years ago on that team that would have been playing at the state final before COVID shut everything down. Shot up by Shoulders, and Ava is fouled.
It's a nice job. Like I said, that right block is her spot. She'll get that. She'll go up every time most times.
Shoulders just a 3rd point here this afternoon. In the game, we have Maxwell and Winter 21 and 24 for Houston. Second shot here by the Shelby County League Player of the Year. Scholas hits a pair. Full pressure here by the Redskins. Katie Meyer over to Megan. That pressure causes another turnover.
You're right on your back foot whenever you do that. You know, you're on your back foot trying to throw, and then you're off balance, and you sail it over a defender's head. That's exactly what the Loramie defense is wanting to draw the Wildcats into doing.
20-9 Fort Loramie on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, think first. A long-time scoreboard sponsor on NKTelco Sports. Kicked away there.
Loramie's got those classic braids that they always wear for a tournament. Look pretty good, and trying to get out of Sidney again here, like I said, for the 11th time in the last 12 years.
Scholas in some trouble. There's Highcamp with the three. Scholas with the rebound. Should be fouled. Before I said they've gotten out of regional finals 11 of the last 12 years. They've got out of Sidney, out of here probably the last 25 years, I'm guessing. A lot of years in a row. At one time I had the stat. I know it's over 20. Years back, I know it hit 20. And it hasn't slowed down lately. And the stick back by Scholas.
Scholas starting to, again, assert her pressure. Where did I say she was going to shoot that? The right block. Right there, that is her spot. And she does it really well.
Victoria Mesher, the freshman, checks in the lineup. Brandon with the break.
First second, team 6.
Loramie faithful came out in full force as they're behind us. You see the Houston fans in the background of our camera there as the lead now stretches to 14 for the Redskins.
And they're shooting free throws really well, too. 7 of 8 here so far.
Boys are trying to get out of trouble and stolen away. Highcamp to the basket, a little bit too far under. There's Scholas again from that right side.
Exactly.
Shoot two.
And that's where she wants it. In a team, you know, it's going to be something down the road that if they run into playing the Tri-Villages, the Cincinnati Country Days, or Rooshies, that you're going to have to hone in on if you play the Redskins, because it's hard to stop her from that right block, but that is her spot. And she shoots really well from that block.
Fort Loramie finished tied for the #1 ranking in Division IV to end this season with Tri-Village. They would meet up at Winby to the regional finals. That'll be a full timeout by the Houston Wildcats. We'll step aside. You're watching tournament basketball on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Coming out of this precision strip timeout, the Houston Wildcats trying to group down by 15. You're about halfway through the second quarter.
And an 8-0 advantage for Loramie this quarter. They're starting to really assert that press here only 3 minutes into the second quarter, and a jump ball there. Arrow favors the Redskins.
Boys Art is tied up, and
Arrow.
not the position you want to play against Fort Loramie is being a guard.
No, not at all.
Better be a post player, I think. That's not easy, though, either. But Scholas, and a nice assist there by Colleen, or no, that was by Avery Brandewy.
Scholas now with 10. I'll tell you what, Loramie outscored their opponents 166-15 in the first 2 games that they played. So Houston's big thing is just to try to slow down the machine. That's the Redskins.
The Redskins have, there's a double team. And there is a 3-ball by Riley Boisard.
Shot by Boisard. She's a very good three-point shooter, too.
Mesher has to give it up to Brandewie. Freshman to freshman, gives it to the senior Heitkamp, who runs the show. Heitkamp, a veteran off of last year's state championship team. And there's a steal by Boisard. Loses the handle, passes it to Maxwell. Once again, as Brandon said, Maxwell at the right spot again for the basket.
And she's got 6, and Houston's actually shooting very well. It's just the fact that Loramie's getting off a higher volume of shots and forcing more turnovers.
Shoulders down on the left side. Turnaround there by Skylar Albert for the basket.
One thing Loramie does so well is they set screens away from the ball so well to leak players open, just like they did for Skylar Albers right there.
And the timing on their passes is so good. It's somebody can be open, but you got to pass it right. She was able to catch it, shoot, basket.
Being an effective screener is really a huge difference maker in high school basketball.
I think of screening, I always think of the Jackson Center boys.
Exactly. Screen it to death.
Shot up by Winter. Too strong. Shoulders comes up with the rebound. Pushes it ahead to Brandewie. Nice move for the left-handed layup.
Nice job there. Yeah. Hit by Avery Brandewie, the freshman, having a nice year.
And Meyer was there ready to steal it away, and she paused just enough and finished with it. And we were going to have a charge, I believe is what they're going to call.
They're said it was, I believe.
Well, let's see what happens.
They called the foul,
They called the foul, so I misinterpreted what the signals were. So Katie Meyer credited with a basket chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Houston's actually hit their last 4 shots.
Number 10, Colleen Brandewie, and number 30, Jaden Rose, returned for the Redskins. Meyer dribbles, spins it back. Sophomore gets the free throw. 3-point play for Katie Meyer. Colleen Brandewie with the 3 rattles out. Maxwell with the board. That was 3/4 of the way down before it rattled out. Meyer loses the handle. Winter got it back. So work around now to Boisard. 2.5 to go before halftime. His second game here at the Hive as Rushi knocked off Watkins 59-42 in the opener here. We will have a hold on the play against Fort Loramie. Nesher, her first foul. It's the 15th foul for the Redskins. Meyer looking for a teammate, triggering it in. And there's the steal. Albers has done a nice job tonight. Stop, pop. Nice block by Boisard, and Maxwell comes out of it.
Houston's hanging tough, I tell you that. They're not going away easy.
It was a nice block by Boisard there.
It was.
Albers looked like she was opening the taller player as well. Houston is not backing down from the fight, that's for sure. Meyer trying to find an opening. Able to get a break there on the loose ball.
Relatively, you talk, they put up 41 points in their first contest. That's a lot of points against a very good defense in Fort Loramie.
That goes out of bounds. A very good defense that only gives up 27. So on average, have some substitutions in for Houston to be 23, Emma Kemp, number 10, Taylor Burkmeyer. Let's reset the Redskins. We have Scholdes, Heitkamp, Colleen Brandewie, Turner, and also Avery Brandewie. So 4 starters and the younger Brandewie in the game, the coach Carla Siegel. Turner has an opening. Goes up strong. Good defense there by Katie Meyer. Will stay with the Redskins.
You want to oftentimes just, sink down and foul, but a great straight-up defense by Katie Meyer, the sophomore.
Illegal screen called against Fort Loramie against Ava Turner, her second foul.
It wasn't set on the screen. You got to stay patient. You can't just set the screen, and then all of a sudden you make contact and just roll off right away. You have to stay set, let the screen happen, and then roll.
Megan Meyer gives it up to Riley Boisard. Coming up on a minute to go before halftime. Meyer. Rebound Fort Loramie. Avery Brandewee pushing it. Colleen through the lane with the runner and banks it home.
It's just very smooth. Hit from anywhere on the floor.
I feel like she was a good player last year, but she stepped up her game to another level that you often see as a senior.
Yeah, she's had to, too. She's one of the veteran leaders.
Yep. Averaging 11 points a game. Has 8 already. Boisard. Reset to Meyer. Catching her breath right now. Her squad down by 15, and Coach Swigert might have just told them to just go for the last shot. As Fort Loramie's content to let them dribble. Underneath to Kemp, and she steps on the end line. Another turnover against Houston.
Yeah, tough break for them right there. You want to get something right before half, but now you're got to play defense and be back on your heels.
7.3 seconds. Good job by Meyer. She's slowing up Highcamp, causing some time to run off there. Colleen Brandewee throws up a 3. And we've played a half of basketball here at Sidney High School on our first National Bank scoreboard. Loramie 32, Houston 17. We'll be back with our Wagner's IJ stats and recap in the second half here on NKTelco Sports.
Allglaze and Sidney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
We're at halftime here. This tournament game here at the Hive on our first National Bank scoreboard. Fort Loramie leads Houston by 15, 32-17. With our Wagner's IJ stats and recap, here's Mr. Brandon Coverman.
Thanks, Dave. And looking on that recap for the first half, the Fort Loramie Redskins 11-25 from the field there for 44%. 2 of 7 from beyond the arc. They had 10 rebounds, 10 turnovers, and 8 of 10 from the charity stripe. And the Houston Wildcats needed 50%, 7 of 14. And they're 1 of 3 from 3, 11 rebounds, 15 turnovers, and 2 of 3 from the field. And after one quarter of play, Loramie led 16-9. Now they lead 32-17. Individual scoring breakdown goes like this. For Loramie, 8 for Colleen Brandewee, 4 for Ava Turner. Ava Schultz leads the Fort Loramie attack with 10. Skylar Alvarez with 5. Avery Brandewee with 4. On the flip side for the Houston Wildcats, Taylor Maxwell with 6. Riley Boisard with 3. Kate Meyer with 3. Megan Meyer with 1. Emma Kemp with 2. And Kayla Winter with
2. You know, overall, Houston, as the stats kind of show, they shot well, just trying to overcome turnovers by that Fort Loramie defense, but that's easier said than done.
It's easier said than done, but they've been able to hold ship pretty well here so far, only trailing 15. We know it's an uphill battle for Houston here, playing the number 1 ranked team in the state, defending their crown. But I think they've done a pretty good job here so far by Coach Adam Swigert's squad. Winter plays Bradford Saturday at Troy for the right to go on the regional.
We hope to be covering that at NKTelco Sports. And that will pass underneath. Will be they call a foul there on Emma Kemp.
It's Kemp's third, or fourth, wow.
Check the lineup for Fort Loramie. Looks like they have their same 5 starters, and Colleen Brandewee, Ava Turner, Riley Highcamp, Ava Schultz, and Kara Meyer. Pass ahead to Turner with a nice cut in the basket.
Ava Turner, usually her go-to is that three-point shot from the corner, but she made a nice cut on the inside to score.
Doubles the Houston score. Houston, their lineup, same as starting the game. Boisard, Meyer, Maxwell, and Kemp. And Meyer loses her footing with the turnover against this Fort Loramie defense.
Again, Loramie forced 15 turnovers in that first half. The first two games they combined to force 78 turnovers, which is a boatload, but now only 16 for the Wildcats.
Shot up, and Colleen Brandui with a sweet touch now with 29 threes on the season.
And she shoots that shot so well from anywhere on the arc.
37-17. Sure, the Redskins just want to put together a solid game, and they're coming out strong here in the second half. Drive by Meyer to Megan Meyer. There's a nice rebound by Turner. Turner tries to drive, will kick it out to Highcamp. Highcamp tried to pass it underneath. Stay as we have Kayla Winter in the game for Kemp. Season averages for the Redskins, on average, they average 57 points a game, only give up 27. Their field goal percentage, a very good 46%. Free throw percentage, unbelievable, 75%. And three-pointers, 36%. And there's a basket there by Meyer. And looks like Maxwell might have sprained an ankle. She grabs her ankle. We'll step aside. Hopefully she's okay and be back on NKTelco Sports.
Thank you for your patience as we construct a new fiber broadband service in your area. We know that along with this process comes disruption in the easements and right-of-way areas, and we are restoring most areas as we complete them. A few areas will have some utility work installed, so we need to wait for the work to be completed before the lawns can be repaired. We're very close to having the fiber or coax drops cleaned up and replaced with fiber optic drops. Hang in there just a little longer, and we'll have a majority of the new fiber system installed.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? NKTelco Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. NKTelco is a global company that is growing with its sights on being $1 billion company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at NKTelco Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with NKTelco.
Maxwell's taken off the floor. Hopefully she's okay. As it's Houston ball, and there's a turnover. Three-pointer there, Riley Heitkamp, her 30th of the season.
And I've done all three Loramie tournament games, and the best quarter that they've played has been the third quarter. They've set the tone every time, and they've done it yet again in this third quarter against the Houston Wildcats.
Their coaching staff makes all the right adjustments. A great start here in the second half. Drive by Boisard rolls in.
Boisard, nice move with the basket. You're Houston too with Taylor Maxwell down. That's one of your juniors, one of your leaders. You want to try to play hard and finish strong for her.
Stick back there by Colleen Brandui.
They've scored every possession now so far in the second half.
And there's another steal. Shoulders to the hole and is fouled off the pass from Highcamp.
They've scored 12 points here in not even 3 minutes, and that's not even with these foul shots yet.
Her first, team second.
Ava Shoulders, one of 6 seniors on this team. And to close out their season, continue the success like they had the last couple of years. Which the last couple of years, Fort Loramie's teams are probably as good as any team ever in this area for Division IV, in my opinion.
Yeah, and a lot of people said that that team 2 years ago was one of the best teams I've ever seen. I know I'm pretty young, I'm only 22, but that's the best team I think I've ever saw girls basketball in this area, may ever see. And these two teams have been pretty good as well.
And that's saying a lot in our area. That's for a long time. You have other Fort Loramie squads. You have some Minster squads that have won state, Marion Local,
Jackson Center.
Some
good squads.
Yeah, it's to say ever is saying a lot, but I still think ever is the best ever is how you describe the last 2 years. And they have not missed a beat this year. Thought they'd slip slightly. Thought they'd have more than one loss, but beat has gone on for Coach Siegel's squad. Albert's shot is blocked. But they kick it out, and Highcamp not able to get that one, and it goes off the hands of Avery Brandyway.
And that's their first empty possession of the half.
The other thing, they seem like they really improve as the season goes on.
Exactly.
And they keep the hunger on games that they know they're going to win easy, but they still execute to their level or their standard.
Yeah, and they play hard. You know, some people might say that 76-4 victory, they were pressing too much. They were not even pressing the whole game. They were just playing good, solid defense, and that's just what they're taught. They're not, this Carla Siegel does not, take advantage of their team being superior or anything. She plays straight up and she plays honest.
Nice stick back by Kayla Winter there as Houston with a timeout. I'd like to remind you, our replay times for this game is on Wednesday, March 2nd at 7 o'clock and Saturday, March 5th at 6 p.m. You also can see the replays on Facebook and on YouTube after the tournament trail is done by both teams. About halfway through this third quarter, it's all Loramie. They were up at halftime by 15, and they have stretched that to 25.
And again, the great shooting, great halftime adjustments from Coach Carla Siegel's team. They're cut down on the turnovers. They had 10 turnovers in the first half. Kind of abnormal of the Redskins, but they've cut down on that so far. They've been able to get open shots. They've been winning the offensive rebound battle. As see Houston switching to a zone now.
Work it around to Albers. Back to the 3-2 zone. They used a few possessions. Not very long in the first half, and Brandyway hit a three right away out of it. Albers to Shouldas, and that goes out of bounds. Stay with the Redskins. Redskins were state champions in 13, 15, and 21. Over 11 state appearances. And the inbounds pass to Brandyway. Brandyway now with 15.
Her and Shouldas battling back and forth. 29 apiece between them two. Oh.
Oh, wow.
I think Riley Highcamp about punted that with her left foot and hit about a poor innocent fan in the front row.
You got to pay attention when you're in the front row.
I think Coach Spencer Wells, if she had some more eligibility, would invest in a punter. That kick.
Meyer trying to find an opening, draws the foul on Albers.
Too much hands.
Jane Rose will check in. Sophomore. You have 6 seniors on this team, but then you have some sophomores that contribute as well as some freshmen, as well as the junior Ava Turner. That shot is off the mark. Turner, the only junior on the, or no, Olivia Mesher is also a junior. Only 2 juniors on this roster. Pass underneath, stolen away there by Taylor Burkmeyer.
And Houston still fighting, too, without Taylor Maxwell. Pretty impressive here so far for the Wildcats.
Borzard pull up. Winter battle for it, not able to come up with it. Rose, it's triple team right now. Shouldas to Brandyway. So they work it around out of Rose. Houston still in that 3-2 zone.
And they're getting Brandyway open the corner, set a couple screens for her. Pass is just off there. I don't think they ran that set too clean, and Coach Siegel wants a timeout.
She'll adjust her offense, and we'll step aside. You're watching tournament basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
Allglaze and Sidney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing needs and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
2:33 to go in the third quarter on our First National Bank scoreboard. Loramie leads by 27. They have taken control of this game in the third quarter. Drive by Scholdis.
Late foul, yeah.
That foul was on Berkmeyer. I believe on the shot, like you said. It was a really late call. It was already rebounded to that point, but I guess with refereeing, it doesn't matter. It's a matter of just getting the right call necessarily quick.
It's easier as a fan to say that was a foul than to blow your whistle really quick and process it.
I think what people forget sometimes is when you're sitting in the stands, you are elevated. You can see things better than what the referees can sometimes see. They're screened out on things.
Absolutely. And
that's why they have three. As Scholdis hits the first free throw, she now ties Brandewie with 15 points. And my sons would always say that when they're playing basketball. Is like, Dad, it's not that easy. You can't always see to pass the ball like it is when you're 12 rows up.
Yeah.
Scholdis hits two. Ozark in some trouble. Nice pass. Megan Meyer passed to Berkmeyer and just walked frustrated. And then she saw an opening she knew it was be closing soon. Turnover to the Redskins. Rose now running the point, gives it up to Brandewie. Shot up by Scholdis. Short. We have a foul as Jaden Rose will be shooting foul shots.
There's another Rose to come through this Fort Army team. Dana Rose last year. She's playing at Tiffin University now. Looks like she's having a pretty successful start there, too, to her career.
It's good to hear. As you have in a lot of the small towns in our area, you get a lot of the same last names and a lot of relation playing and continuing the tradition of success at their small towns. Megan Meyer trying to set up a play. Has to pick up her dribble because of the younger sister, Katie. In some trouble. Gives it up. Shot there by Earl was blocked. Pass to Albers, pull up. Mesher comes up with the rebound and was fouled.
14 foul on the Wildcats.
Earl, first, team's fifth.
Number 33, Carissa Meyer in the game for Fort Loramie. Scholdis banked and goes out of bounds.
Continue here, the Redskins 30-point lead. They can get that up to 35. They initiate that running clock.
Down to a minute to go. Meyer passes it. In a way, is right. I can't return. In a way, Fort Loramie might think we don't want to run the clock. They want to play a full-length game after they had the very quick games, easy games, the first two tournament games.
And that's the thing, too. How long do you keep your starters in? Because if you keep holding people in for so long, you only play half the game. when you have to play, eventually you get into the district or you get into the regionals, you have to play those 32-minute games.
Right.
You haven't played a full game for 3 weeks,
Exactly.
so it's easier said than done when you're a fan sitting in the seats. Carla Stiegel's won 3 state championships. She knows what she's doing.
Right, yeah, and a fan will say, why do you keep the starters in that long? Exactly. If you don't keep their endurance up when you want that big, when they need to play the whole game, and at some point they will have to, you need the starters to be ready. Avery Brandewee will come in to replace Schultes.
You can't run a 32-minute game in practice. You can't really simulate that. Sometimes I know you do bring in JV players, but you risk injury and you risk potential dehydration or something, something silly. You never know what you can risk when you do that.
Krista Meyering comes up with the rebound for the sophomore. Camp back to running the point. Looks like it's switched down to a 2-3 zone. Brandewee Highcamp. Work it around a 3 there by Meyer. Meyer pushing the tempo. It's Megan Meyer, Boisard shot. Katie Meyer with the rebound. Colleen Brandewee with a nice save to younger sister. We are down to our last 20 seconds of the third quarter.
One shot.
We will dribble it back. Highcamp. Excellent job running the point. Return to run the point for the Redskins as they set a play to Colleen Brandewee 3. Megan Meyer comes out of that, and her attempt at the buzzer is short. 3 quarters in the books here at the Hive. Fort Loramie leads by 30. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter on NKTelco Sports.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
As we go to the fourth quarter, Fort Loramie Redskins lead by 30.
And, just a dominant quarter there from Fort Loramie, their best offensive output quarter. They scored 16 in both the first and second quarter. They get 19 that quarter. So they're staying pretty consistent scoring-wise here so far. Houston only gets 4 points in that quarter, their lowest output of that quarter. Like I said, the third quarter has been the difference so far here for Loramie and the tournament. Won't be shocked to see that continue throughout the tournament trail as they score off of the buckets.
Entry pass, Meyer to Avery Brandewee for a good first possession for the Redskins.
Now Brandewee with 6.
Foul number 32, Peacock with first, team 6.
Brandewee trying to complete the three-point play. And as you should do on your free throws, you aim for the front of the rim, and it'll bounce in like it did just there.
Exactly.
54-21. Katie Meyer trying to drive, blocked by Schultes. Highcamp back to Schultes. Euro step, just couldn't quite finish. And we will call Schultes on the foul.
Maxwell went down with that knee injury earlier. Think about Ava Schultes and her knee injury. Look at the way she cut. When you come back from a knee injury and you can cut the way you did like that, that's pretty impressive. And a very athletic move, even though she didn't make the shot.
Always impressive how Schultes, she injured her knee, I think in August, early in the volleyball season, and came back in early March. That's like unbelievable.
Superhuman.
Boisard's shot is short. In the game, we'll have Emma Kemp, number 23, number 20, Emily Earl, number 10, Taylor Burkmeyer, Coach Adam Swigert. It's Highcamp. Imagine Coach Siegel's going to run her starters a few possessions here and probably halfway through the quarter and go from there.
Houston, foul number 5,
And And then it's a whole, especially for girls, they have a whole week off. That's unusual for girls because a lot of girls, you play Thursday, you'll play Saturday, you play Thursday and then Tuesday. It's unusual to get a whole week off, so then you go into tournament with a week off.
It was a little different than the Shelby County and the MAC. The Shelby County usually starts a little earlier, but the days off in between, like the sectional and the district, is longer. That's the difference where it makes up. It happens the same way in guys. It's that same setup as Loramie goes 2 for 2 from the line and now initiates a running clock.
Yeah, where the Northwest District, it's more 2 each 1 week. Like it's Thursday, Saturday mostly for the girls, which Thursday, Saturday is a quick turnaround for a final, but that's what it is. And right now we are also telecasting the games at Shawnee. I haven't checked the score, but Marion playing St. Henry, Parkway playing Bremen.
That second game should especially be a really good one. We had Parkway the other week against Marion.
Gabrielle Stober probably going over 1,000 points on her career today. She was 6 away, just a junior to go over 1,000 points. Ava Turner with the corner 3.
And love that. She points right back to Highcamp, said, nice pass. Not even happy for herself, but happy for her teammate. That's awesome to see.
Katie Meyer doesn't have an opening as Loramie has switched to a zone, a 3-2 zone. Pass into Kemp, back to Meyer. 3, yes. Katie Meyer drains the 3. And Turner the other way for the basket.
Loramie just pushing it up the floor now, playing Redskin basketball. Ava Turner now with 6, 9, 11. She's come on nice at the end of the season.
Kemp shot, too strong. Shoulder leads the break to Turner a little bit too far. So it'll be Houston ball. Is a couple substitutions. Let's just reset them as we have Voizard, Meyer, Burkmeyer, Winter, and Kemp in for the Houston Wildcats.
Like Fort Myers going to place Bradford next Saturday. They defeat Covington in a little bit of an upset over there. Bradford has a star player by the name of Austin Miller, averages 22 points a game. We had the opportunity to watch him play Russia on NKTelco Sports. Jeff Hinchin and I did that game. Loramie will be a heavy favorite again, but they have not seen a player like Austin Miller this year.
Yeah, and Austin Miller was the catcher on their state champion softball team. Her older sister, Skip Miller, not sure where she's playing college at.
Ohio.
She was unbelievable.
Ohio, yep.
Never saw her play in person, but right here, she's an unbelievable pitcher. And there's a clean steal by Highcamp in the basket.
And Highcamp's not going to be the type of person that's going to put 15 points a game. She's going to do the dirty work, get the steals, and set the tone defensively.
We have passed into the territory of a running clock. Halfway through this fourth quarter. Nice pass. Voizard to Kemp.
Great pass on the inside.
Riley Voizard concluding her basketball career at Houston. One of 2 seniors along with Megan Meyer. Their parents are watching right now and thinking of wasn't that long ago they were starting junior high basketball.
Exactly.
I've been in that boat myself. Turner comes up with the loose ball in the basket.
Ava Turner now with 13 points. Kind of forgot about her, really. She's kind of just quietly got that 13 points. Like I said, she's come along really nice this year.
Voizard, Kemp in the corner. Winter trying to post up. So we're around under 3 minutes to go. 3 ball there by Burkmeyer. Long rebound, Brandewee. And there's Scholdes for the layup.
Well, now they're firing on all cylinders. They can't really listen to a timeout.
Coach Siegel just calling a timeout to get some players in the ball game. They reset the lineup when they get the ball the next time. And a lot of the starters leading to a big hand from their supporters.
Good fresh 5 there, and Loramie moving on again.
We'll see. It's Carissa Meyer, number 33, number 20, Aubrey Baker, number 42 is Summer Hoink, 41 is Allison Schmidtmeyer. Number 30 is Jaden Rose. I think I got all 5 players. Meyer short on the 3. There's Rose with the rebound. Pass ahead there to Baker. Stick back. Rebound. Schmidtmeyer thought about it as they'll reset it. Rose over to Baker. In the corner to Schmidtmeyer. 42 is Summer Hoyne. A pretty good volleyball player this past fall. We'll have a couple substitutions as the seniors leave. Bradley Boisard, Megan Meyer, congratulations on your basketball career. Wish you the best of luck the rest of your senior year and beyond. They have represented Houston well. Burkmeyer over to Kemp. Burkmeyer, that's stolen away. Baker comes up with the steal. Up ahead and in. Myers goes in and out. One of those that was 3/4 of the way down.
Yeah. A couple of those today.
Rebound, Allison Schmidtmeyer. Had some time in the first half. We'll be shooting 2 foul shots.
Be interesting to see. Schmidtmeyer's got a little more playing time today early on in the game. It'll be interesting to see how she kind of plays a fixture down the road for this team.
Senior on this team, trying to carve herself a role as she hits a pair of free throws. Under the last 20 seconds in the game, Fort Loramie Redskins will go to their 24th victory of the season and play next Saturday against Bradford. Houston will conclude their season at 10-14. Our final score on the First National Bank scoreboard: Redskins 69, Wildcats 26. We'll be back to wrap it up here on NKTelco Sports. Fort Loramie Redskins advance out of the Sidney sectional here with a 69-26 win over Houston. With the final numbers, here's Brandon.
Thanks, Dave. And looking for the Redskins, they shot a nice 21 of 45 here today. They shot just a shade under 50%, 5 of 14 from beyond the arc, 26 rebounds, 15 turnovers, and an impressive 19 of 21 from the free throw line. They're winning a lot of ball games. On the flip side, for the Houston Wildcats, they've finished 13 of 33, 1 of 10 from beyond the arc, 18 rebounds, 22 turnovers, and 2 of 5 from the field. And Loramie advancing to play Bradford, like we said, next Saturday. We're hoping to bring you that game. And, they expected to win this. When we started a week ago, we said they're the heavy favorites. They did what everyone expected them to. They're playing in Troy next Saturday against Bradford. They got to prepare for a player like Austin Miller that they haven't seen yet this year, but I don't think they're going to be too daunted by that task in facing Bradford. Bradford was in the district finals last year, so back-to-back years for the Rotors. They're having another great season. So, the Redskins are just doing what Loramie does, and that's just winning here at the Sidney sectional.
Fort Loramie goes to 24-1. They advance out of the Sidney sectional for the 5th year in a row. I stand corrected. They were knocked off 5 years ago by Russia here at Sidney. But the beat goes on for the Redskins as they will play Bradford. Houston concludes a solid year as they finish 10-14. Last order of business, our player of the game sponsored by NKTelco. It'll be Colleen Brandaway.
Yeah, she did a nice job setting the tone. We talked about how she was really that role player last year, hit some spot threes, played great defense, and now she's taken on more of that veteran leadership role. Colleen's done that really nice this year. And it's just helped this Redskin team, keep up that standard of winning at a high clip. And congratulations to Colleen, congratulations to Fort Loramie, and good luck in the district and beyond if that opportunity presents itself for Fort Loramie.
So for my partner, Brandon, and for all of us at NKTelco Sports, I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching on NKTelco Sports.